Welcome into Campbell Baseball Monday Conversation. We're doing it live here from Jim Perry Stadium. A battle for second place this weekend against High Point. But let's look back at the recent series. A series win over Presbyterian. We talked about it earlier, but Sunday offense was a struggle the last couple of weeks. But all of a sudden, you score 6 runs, especially with that home run in the first inning by Anthony Lopez. How did that feel as a coaching staff just to get that relief of some offense on Sunday?
Yeah, it was great. I think the key was that I tried to stay away from the hitters as much as possible on Sunday and not mess them up and let Coach Marks do his deal. And they responded. They came out and put up 6 runs in the first 3 innings and gave us a little cushion there. And sometimes on Sundays you got to score to win. And super glad that we were able to do that yesterday.
A 7-5 final that was a little bit closer down the stretch there. Michael Horrell goes 7 innings plus, used the bullpen for the first time all weekend. But I know we've mentioned this before, but to have that luxury of the starting staff, and I guess to the bigger point, you see Eric Dowse get 4 strikeouts right out of the pen. He comes firing with some good stuff and to really shut the door in that Sunday game. Yeah,
it was great. Michael coming out and giving us a quality start on Sunday. And I didn't even know this before the game, but he was fighting a little bit of the flu yesterday and not feeling well, kind of, battling through some of that. And so really proud of him for doing that. And then Eric coming in, first time in 10 or 11 days that he's been on the mound and came in, got 4 punch-outs there and slammed the door for the save. So big performance really from our pitching staff all weekend, but to have Michael come out on Sunday and give us a chance with the wind blowing out and not feeling so well was big for him and our staff and our team as a whole.
Nick Thayer was just named Big South Pitcher of the Week for his shutout against Presbyterian on Friday night. You wanted to see him get back to that bulldog, that number one mentality. Saw a little bit of that with those 8 strikeouts on Friday.
Yeah, he, we scored 1 in the first there on Friday, and he made that stand up. And that's not, that's not an easy task, and doesn't matter who you're playing in college baseball to throw a shutout, and Nick did a great job just coming out and challenging him up and kind of commanding the strike zone and having a really good attitude on the mound, and paid off for him on Friday night.
On Saturday, you get a complete game from Grant Yost, his 5th in a row. But a big at-bat earlier in that game. Kyle Pratt's with 2 down, gets an RBI, ties things up. I know eventually PC scores 2 runs, but to get a big hit like that, what does it say about him and your team trying to rally there late?
It was good. We added there, to kind of cut the lead in half late in the game, and then Kyle come through with a big 2-out hit there to tie it up and give us a chance. And we had a chance there in the 8th, an unfortunate call on a slide at second base, kind of took us, out of the inning a little bit there. And, Grant was really good again and competed his butt off. And for our guys to keep fighting and keep grinding was good to see. Sure wish we would have been able to finish off the comeback and get out of there with a win and give us a chance for a sweep. But I'll take 2 out of 3 and proud of those guys for continuing to fight.
So after 4 straight conference wins, now you play a good High Point team. It's just a game above you in the standings, but that first number 1 and 2 spots right there up for grabs with the 2 top teams coming up on the schedule. With High Point coming up, always a good pitching team in High Point. You 2 are right up near the top in that. What is it going to be like heading into this weekend, knowing that you're playing for your conference seeding, or at least your conference finish this year?
Sure. Well, I think anytime, we've talked about it all year, Evan, just conference games are a little bit different. They bring a little bit more intensity, and certainly with us in High Point, basically battling it out there for the second spot going into the last weekend, I think is just going to add to the intensity, and they're going to be good and ready to rock and roll when they come in here on Friday night, and we're certainly going to be prepared, and should be a great series. Looking forward to it, looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully our guys respond and come out and fight their tails off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend.
We saw 2 home runs from Anthony Lopez this weekend. He now leads the team in home runs, and he's starting to really get his power with the triples and the home runs going along for your club. What have you noticed from him in the second half of this year, just stepping up with the loss of Brian Taylor, with Cole Hallam out, just to get his power production this year?
Yeah, well, I think he's just getting more and more comfortable in his own skin in the lineup. He's kind of settled into the 2-hole there. He's hit leadoff some for us, really 1, 2, or 3 all year long. But I think he's just got more confidence in the box. He understands what he's trying to do. The game's slowing down for him a little bit, and he's been able to kind of get out there and get after it, get his best swing off, and do the things that we always knew he was capable of doing. And now they're starting to blossom for him, and he's having a tremendous senior year, and hopefully he'll get a shot to go on and play professionally. I think he certainly deserves it, and showing that down the stretch here the last couple of weeks.
Well, a big weekend here at Jim Perry Stadium, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against High Point. Those will be video streamed, and an important weekend as well because every win matters down the stretch.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, just a big weekend for us as a program as well. Got graduation on Saturday. Got 8 seniors going through graduation on Saturday, which is going to be awesome. And then we got Senior Day on Sunday to try to honor those guys that have done a lot for our program and a lot for where we are. Overall over the last 4 years. So excited to send those guys off, hopefully on a high note, come Sunday.